There we go. Awesome. All right. I think we're just about ready. Go for it.
You gonna do a little speech first?
No, we're just going to go ahead and start right now.
Well, you need to do a welcome first, honey.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll do it this way.
Take the camera and then you can stand in front of it.
All right, here we go. All right, welcome everybody to Rachel's graduation. Thank you so much for being here. Obviously, under the circumstances, we're glad we're all here together. I want to welcome anybody who's watching this live as well, who might be here for Rachel as well. I want to welcome you and say thank you for being here and attending the graduation as well. We're going to start first by welcoming Rachel in to the congregation, to the audience here, and then we will go to that point. So welcome. Congratulations to our 2020 Bel-Rea graduates. Welcome again to those watching. We're going to start first by having a few words from everybody who's in attendance about Rachel and her accomplishments, maybe a little bit of background embarrassing her in some way, shape, or form. And then we'll go to the awarding of honors, and then after the awarding of honors, we will go to the awarding of diplomas. So we're going to start. We'll probably just start on this side with Jesse, and we'll just move right on down the line. All right. So Jesse, would you like to give us a start?
Well, Rachel, we met actually first quarter. We met first quarter, but we actually didn't really know each other until, I want to say, final review, when you actually were nice and when Andrew put me on the spot, you stepped up and told me the answer. And then finally, second quarter, we actually got to meet because you called me when I was getting ready for my animal care shift because you lost your keys at school. You were decided to walk home, and I had to come pick you up by the animal hospital, and we.
A little louder.
Talk louder.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had to come pick you up, and we had to search the whole school. We finally found them in Alfie and Emmy's kennel. I am happy I was able to be your friend, and I'm happy to continue to be your friend because we had so much fun in school, and I'm happy that you're gonna be continuing with my journey in school until December.
Awesome.
Yeah. Love you too.
All right, Michael, you're up.
I unfortunately had the pleasure of knowing Rachel throughout our life. Unfortunately, Rachel was the only girl in a house that was run by 60% men. So, Rachel learned the fine art of guilt tripping at an early age. Always pestering me about playing Barbie with her, or I could be in the middle of doing something and she was like, "You play with me now," and that would be the end of that. When when Rachel told me that she was gonna move to Colorado to pursue a degree in vet tech, I was a little happy, but a little concerned, to be honest, because I know she didn't do too well when she went to Oregon State University, but I also know that this time around she had something that she didn't have when she was at OSU, and that, of course, would be her husband Peter to keep her on the straight and narrow and make sure that she puts her studies first. And after 2 years, it looks like that's paying off. Rachel, I can't say enough how proud I am of you. I know Mom and Dad are proud of you. And I love you.
I love you too.
All right.
Well, I am happy to welcome the more mature generation with you today. I am Peter's dad and her father-in-law and her dad also. I can remember a little over 2 years ago, this young married couple gets into their car and heads off for Colorado for a dream. And it was kind of interesting. About 2 weeks later, I get this phone call. What have I done? I want to come home. And I reminded her that my wife and I did a similar thing when we were first married, and we went off on a great adventure to a new state, new degree, a new program. And I remember over the last couple of years, every once in a while I'd get a phone call. I am having trouble in hematology. What do I do? And so we would have a conversation over the phone about bloods and white blood cells and some of this other stuff she was doing, and the other time it was anatomy or whatever class. But as the doubts came, I had the pleasure to reach out across the phone and say, you can do it. It's a dream. Don't give up. You can do anything that you set your heart to. You and Peter have made this bond that you can accomplish anything, and you have. And I hope you don't forget that, because there are going to be challenges. There'll be ups and downs. There'll be that day that you have to lift that large animal onto the table, and it bites you, or it licks your face, or that kind of thing. And you're sitting there and going, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. Or the picture you sent me of taking blood out of the wing of a chicken. You know, she's in a profession that has a little different vent. They can't talk back to you in English, but they can talk back and they can display their displeasure in bites and kicks and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's great to be here today to say, 2 years ago, you set out on a mission to accomplish something, and you have done it. And I am so proud of you. Congratulations.
Stop making me cry. I love you.
My turn.
Oh no.
It's a competition. Who's gonna cry first? You or me?
Probably me.
First of all, I want to let you know how proud I am of you. And for your friends who may not know who I am Rachel's dad 2.0. I was a very good friend of Rachel's father for many, many years. I've known Rachel since she was 3 years old. Just a tiny little person. And I worked with her father, and we became very good friends for many years. And after Rachel's mother passed away, he asked me if I would become the trustee over a trust if anything were to happen to him. And I thought, sure, yeah, that's great. I'm not gonna have to worry about this for 20 years. And about 2 years later, all of a sudden it happened. And so I got thrust into being role of Rachel's surrogate father, I suppose. But I take that with great honor, that I'm here to support you, and I'm also here to represent your parents. And they are here with you today. I know that. I can feel it. They're standing right here next to me, and we are all so very proud of you. You have accomplished so much through everything, all of your struggles that you've been going through, You've messaged me so many times saying, I don't think I can finish this, I don't think I can do this. And what did I always say? I always said, you got this. You got this. Because I believed in you, your parents believe in you, and you did it. And we are so proud. Congratulations, Rachel. I couldn't be happier.
Technically, I'm trying right now, so I'll be both of you.
Alright, my turn. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little bit longer, kind of explain the journey you've been on a little bit, especially to those who are not familiar with the story behind everything. So this journey obviously started back when we first moved out here. We had no idea about Colorado, anything in this area. I think the only experience we had here was a 2-day trip we took out here to see what the apartment was going to be like, to see what the area was going to be like, and then we signed paperwork and we flew back. That was the extent of everything around here. That was back in June of 2017, right before we moved out here. 3 weeks later, we shoved our entire life into a U-Haul, completely putting faith out there in this little school you found on Facebook that we had no idea was going to change our lives. More importantly, yours. And now here we are, after 2.5 years of living here, almost 3 now, of living in the area. 2 years of you going to school, putting your heart and your soul into everything you do. The long sleepless nights of you chugging Red Bull.
Lots and lots of Red Bull.
And studying your heart out, putting in all the effort you could into your own studies as well as helping others in their studies.
Jesse can vouch for that.
Yeah. Putting your heart and soul to be as good as you possibly could. And now here you are, ready to graduate with honors and become a certified veterinary technician here in the next couple months after taking the VTNE. But to graduate now with an associate's, I could not be more proud of you, dear, and the work and effort you have put in. I'm grateful that you've stuck through this and glad to have been there for every step of it. Thank you, honey. Congratulations. Oh, all right. Well, with that, we are going to go to the honors recognitions here, and that will be done by Eric. So, Eric, honor certificate.
Oh,
All you blubber fools.
it's very beautiful, Peter. So, as you all may well know, Rachel did so well in her studies at Bel-Rea that she actually is graduating with a 3.646 GPA and made honors. And the school has given her this certificate in honor of her honors, if that makes any sense. So I would like to present this to you on behalf of your school. We shake hands.
Can you see it okay?
Yep, we got you.
All right.
Show them the ribbon.
Oh, and
Oh.
yes.
Yeah, and the
honors
cord to
ribbon.
go with it. Awesome.
Okay.
You worked hard for that.
All right.
So now we
Before we do that, we would like to invite Rachel up to give a few words.
Oh.
Oh, surprise!
First of all, can you see me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me zoom in a little bit. There you go.
Hello, everybody who's watching via live stream on the YouTube side of things, like Peter's subscribers, or also, people back home in Oregon, wherever you are watching and tuning in from. Thank you for joining. Because due to this whole coronavirus outbreak, to hopefully stop it before it spreads any further, they canceled my formal graduation ceremony. At first, I was really bummed and disappointed and really frustrated, quite frankly, that what I felt, all of my hard work, all of my dedication, money towards designing and sending out graduation invites, I felt like all of that was canceled and all of it was for nothing. However, I have been reminded by those previous, as well as many others not here in physical attendance, that it's not for nothing. That I worked my literal fanny off. Ever since I was a little girl, I was the little girl where it's like, Rachel, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a veterinarian. Well, I tried that. I went to Oregon State University in a town of Corvallis, Oregon, and I attempted to be a veterinarian, and long story short, it didn't work out. And so it's like, well, now what? Because I still want to work with animals. That's still a very huge passion of mine. It has always come natural to me. I'd always be the girl in the library buried with her nose deep in a dog breed or cat breed book trying to memorize all of the breeds. But then, of course, life happened. Parents passing away and other things that I couldn't control, getting married, all that jazz. And then, as Peter mentioned previously, I was just scrolling one day on Facebook and I saw this ad for Bel-Rea Institute, and they said, if you're meant to work with animals, you're meant to go to Bel-Rea. And of course I was like, well, that's cheesy. What a cheesy little pickup line, But I was intrigued, and so I looked at their website and did a little digging, and I thought, well, what's the worst thing that could happen? I could apply, they deny me, that's that. So I decided to put a leap of faith and apply, and I got accepted, and of course I went to Peter and asked, how would you feel if we moved to Denver, Colorado? And the rest is history. Something that has always been hard for me, especially with ADHD, is I'm great at starting projects, but I suck at finishing them. And so I thought that this was just going to be another unfinished project, that we would move out here for nothing, that I wouldn't graduate, I would say, you know what, this is too hard, this isn't for me, and just give up. But I had the voices of many loved ones, such as, my father-in-law, as you saw, Eric, Peter, Jesse, many, many others, telling me that I can do this and that I am capable of doing this. And especially you guys on the channel, supporting not only Finn, but myself too. I know I've been kind of off of live streams a lot lately, but it's because I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it with flying colors. And sure enough, if blue counts as a flying color, then I did what I said I was going to do. So I thank you once again. I love you all, and I did it!
And now the moment we've been waiting for this whole time. We don't have to drum roll. Rachel, it is my pleasure to provide you with your Associate in Applied Science degree in veterinary medicine. Congratulations on your graduate. Rachel Anderson, please step forward and accept this diploma on behalf of Bel-Rea Institute and on behalf of all of us here. Congratulations.
Oh, where's the applause?
All right, go ahead and show them.
And then
All right, there we are.
Casey,
All right, yes we can.
Okay.
All right, now before you sit down,
Come on, Rachel.
Oh,
there we go.
The official official photograph.
All right, now before we sit down,
yes.
I'm gonna need you to scooch over. Are we both in frame? All right, mostly her. All right. For those of you who are unaware, as part of her veterinary technician graduation, she has to recite the veterinary technician oath. Now, it is going to be repeat after me. I will say a few words. I'll have you repeat it, and this will make it official. All right? All right. All right. I solemnly dedicate myself
I solemnly dedicate myself
to aiding animals and society
to aiding animals and society
by providing excellent care and services
by providing excellent care and services
for animals,
for animals,
by alleviating animal suffering,
by alleviating animal suffering,
and by promoting public health.
and by promoting public health.
I accept my obligations
I accept my obligations
to practice my profession
to practice my profession
conscientiously and with sensitivity,
conscientiously and with sensitivity.
Mhm.
Okay.
adhering to the profession's
Adhering to the profession's
code of ethics,
code of ethics
and furthering my knowledge
and furthering my knowledge
and competence
and competence
through a commitment
through a commitment
to lifelong learning.
to lifelong learning.
Congratulations, veterinary technician Rachel Anderson. All right, and with that, you can turn the tassel over to the left side.
I thought it was right side.
You are on the right side right now. Well, turn the tassel over to the other side.
I think it's the other way.
There you go. Congratulations, veterinary technician Rachel Anderson, graduate class of 2020.
Show the back of the hat.
Yes, go ahead and show them the back of your cap.
It says, because animals need heroes too.
Vet Tech 2020. There you go.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much for watching.
All right, and if you'd like to march off, ba 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 da da da.
What do you want me to do?
Da 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 da.
Don't run into the door.
Da, 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 da. Congratulations, hon. All right, thank you guys for watching.
Bye.